Hello, beautiful family. How are you guys? I hope you're doing well. We are live on TikTok and on YouTube today as we connect with a channel message for the frequency of 111. I'm really excited to connect with you. I was live on TikTok. Sometimes I go live on there. So if that's something, a space that you resonate with, you can follow me there. And I usually channel a lot of messages, updates, and little downloads that I feel like are fun to do. So if you are watching, let me know where you guys are watching from. If you're watching the replay on YouTube, let me know #replay and how you're feeling. We'll do a little check-in. And for all of you guys live, and if this is your first live, put a rainbow emoji and introduce your sun, moon, and rising. Greetings. First time. Hello, Chelsea. Hello, babe. Hello, hello. So nice to connect with you all. Hi, hi. Mississippi. We love that. Love, love, love. Hi, Davina. Yeah, I'm making my tea. I'm ready, guys. I didn't come to play. Like I'm ready to channel for you. For those who don't know, I'm currently on a reset. So I am fasting right now. And when I fast and I channel, it's like it just drops. So get prepared to receive all the things. Also, don't forget to take a moment to like, subscribe, and put the notification bell so you don't miss it. We got Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Pisces, and Rising in Libra. Hello, welcome to the live. Hello. Yeah, I know. That's amazing. I love that you're still glowing from the 1111 portal meditation. So drop in. Let's drop in. This channel reading, there's no time. So whenever you watch it, you receive it. And yeah, it's going to be really great. I have my cards set up. We're going to pull some cards together. We're going to chill. So get yourself some tea if you're at work. Have your headphones on and connect. Maybe this is your break for you or wherever you are. Let me know where you're at. Awesome. Ready to receive. Beautiful. I'm just going to bring some sage. Love me sage. I need to get sweetgrass. I'm running out of it, and it's one of my go-to potent herbs I work with. So medicines, I'm going to have to get some soon. Toronto in the house. Beautiful. Okay, so a couple of things before we drop in. Things that are happening in our community, spaces that you may feel connected to. Just put my headphones on. Love it. Hello, Michigan. Hey, Jen. So first thing I want to share is retreats. The retreats are open for application. They're filling up, y'all. So if you are feeling called to any of the retreats, right now we have the Activated Goddess Ancestral Retreat and a Costa Rica Retreat, Heaven on Earth. They're filling up, especially the Heaven on Earth one and the Activated Goddess. You guys can apply in the link tree down below. And the Earth Dharma. Ooh, as I'm recording this, applications close soon, and I'm feeling the potency of the souls that are coming in. Y'all did not come to play. So you came to really shift the world, and it makes me so excited to see that and just to hear all the cool things you guys are doing in the community and space holding, and it's just so amazing to watch. So if you're feeling called to learn how to be a space holder, how to be a healer, step into your gifts, an integrity, a trauma-informed healing practice, we learn everything from inner child, somatics, past life regression. There's so much. I can't say it all. And most importantly, you got community beyond the program that extends into this world. So the earth needs it. That's why I'm doing these readings and pulling the cards for y'all, because we can't do it alone. I can't do it alone. I'm only one person, right? So, and we all have special gifts, not to pet your ego, but we all have gifts, and you're here to do it. Do the thing. You didn't come here to be mediocre in this life, did you? No, you didn't. So you guys can apply, and I will see you on the other side of your application. Start with the meditation, fill out the form, and I'll email those who feel aligned. I have something really exciting that's going to be launched. It's not something that is an offering I already have. So for those of you who are watching it in real time, stay tuned. Make sure you're on the email list. If you aren't on the email list, what are you doing? Because there's some big things coming up next month that you all need to tune in. I'm just shifting the energy of my cards as I'm talking to you. What else do we got? One-on-ones. I'm closing my one-on-ones at the end of this month that it's posted. And for those who watch it after, you can apply in the link tree. So those are all the community stuff. Let's get into our reading. Make sure for TikTok that you tap on the screen, share it with friends, put your energy into the space. YouTube, you interact, you'll get more out of this reading, trust me. So let's go into the frequency of 111. What is the angel number 1? Why am I doing a reading for 111? Because Spirit told me that's the frequency we need to tap in. And if you're here, that's because this number, this numerology is connected. And it's funny because I was live on TikTok. Y'all that were on TikTok today, you know. And the number 3 kept coming in. When we add 111, what do we get? 3. Right? So we want to make sure that we're connecting with those frequencies, 3 and 111. Whenever you see those angel numbers, this is what's going to guide you into the message that I'm going to be channeling for you here. Okay. If you're seeing it already, let me know in the comments, because that's just confirming that you need to see it here. Okay. 111, what does it mean? I have a full video on it, so you can go check it out if you're into numerologies or you want a little refresher. But let me just go into it as far as the collective. 1 is the frequency of new beginnings. 111 is the frequency of 3 beginnings, 3 doors opening to bring you to the major message that Spirit needs to give you. The message that Spirit will give you is something that is in the great mystery, which means 3 tests, 3 doors. Okay, keep that in mind. What does that mean? 3 encounters with Spirit that's going to either test you for something you're calling in, or 3 encounters with Spirit that is going to open up something. And it's not something that you consider. Like, I think a lot of people put pressure when they're manifesting to have it this way, and it has to look like this, and I have to get there with A, B, and C. We need to get our human control out of the way and step into the frequency of 111, which is like really surrendering into the essence of the great mystery and trust. Now, TikTok, you guys already know this if you were here earlier. Trust is a big path that is going to be in this reading. So what I ask you to do is just really breathe into your body. If you haven't liked the video, like it. Put your energy in the space. Take some breaths with me. We're going to open space for the collective reading and see what Spirit has to share. I always say, take what resonates, throw out what doesn't. Okay? This is really important to trust your guides. Trust yourself, trust your intuition the deepest way. I love that you guys are saying you're seeing 111s, you're seeing 3s, you're seeing 444s, 888s, like listening to that, but then also reacting to that in the sense of being proactive, right? So again, tap the screen on TikTok as we channel in. So just closing your eyes, taking a deep breath in if you can. If you can't, obviously, if you're driving, do not do that. If you're doing things, do not do that. So just take a deep breath in. Exhale out. Deep breath in. Exhale out. Deep breath in. Exhale out. We're going to call in divine, call in spirit, call out the highest benevolent beings, Archangel Michael, ancestors, guardians, cosmic family to step into the space. Woo, they are strong. Breathing into that space. I want you to breathe and just feel into your heart. Ask your heart permission to be open to whatever frequency messages that this 111 angel number, numerology access, this portal has for you in the collective. I trust and I hope that I am able to channel whatever is for the highest light for all these beautiful souls that have heard the call for whatever they need to receive. Thank you for the safe container for allowing me to channel what is best for this community. Ashe, aho. So it will be, so it is. Take a deep breath in together. Exhale out. Okay, let's get into it. 111, let's look at what the numbers are saying. Interact in the chat or in the comments as you're receiving this. And 111, let's see what Spirit is saying. Okay. We have 3 cards. I'm going to show you the cards as I always do. And then I'm going to tap into the frequency, receive, like I said, what resonates. We have to the sea, okay? To the sea. We have peace, and we have new life, okay? Let me tell you, a lot of us we finished our 9. We finished the frequency number of 9. What does 9 represent? An ending, closing chapter. There's newness, there's void, there's transition. We don't know what's next. That is a very powerful, beautiful place to be. Celebration of new beginnings that are coming for you. This new beginning means internal, emotional, physical peace. Something you've been chasing that doesn't need to be chased. Anything chased does not receive, right? We're actually closing and shutting that frequency, right? So what this angel number 111, what the numerology of 111 and this channel message is saying, that there's a new life that is waiting for you in the great mystery. To the sea means you're really on spirit's time. There's no such thing as time in the unseen world, but in the human world, what that means is that sometimes it takes a little longer for us to see what spirit's working on. So you ever see in the Elf movie or any of those cartoons as a kid where they have all the elves working on all the toys, right? That's your like the fairies and the angels and the guides, right? So they're connecting, they're doing all this work and you can't see it. You know, you can go do the readings, you can do all the stuff, you can hear this message, but the thing is, you don't know what it is. You don't know what exactly is next. This is a very beautiful space. You know, this is the time where you're actually preparing your human body to receive the frequency of the new beginning that you're calling into your life. Now, I want to read the new life one for prosperity because this one just hits. Let me tell you, okay? And if this is hitting for you, put a money dollar emoji in the comments, okay? 39, 39. We have 39 here. We have 23 here, and we have 7, okay? So 3 is following us. 3 cards pulled. 𝐥𝐢𝐤𝐤 to that, okay? So let's do 39, sorry. What are my numbers? So birth, the new ideas, growth, opportunities, breath of fresh air, life is renewing. The life you're stepping into is nothing comparable to the past. It's nothing comparable to the present. It is what it is. It is a spring awakening for a lot of us right now. And for those of you entering the frequency of 111, it is the feeling of spring. It is the feeling that the seeds are starting to sprout. It is also the feeling that we're stepping into noticing that things don't happen overnight in the human form, right? So stop counting how long it's taking for the things to come. Trusting the process that you're returning home to your soul. You're returning home to wholeness, and it's in the deepest way. This is one of those times in your life when new ideas inspire you and new opportunities bring you hope, seeing your dreams come true. Things are going to happen miraculously once you welcome the angel number 111. So when you see 3s and 1s, the first thing you're going to think of is, how does this energy represent right now, this being, this present moment, connect to the new beginning? Is spirit speaking to me of what that is, right? When we start to be impatient, what happens is we block the opportunity from coming. We're telling spirit, hurry up. And spirit's like, but it's going to come. It's already done. So why are you telling me to hurry up? Right? Our human gets impatient sometimes, and we have to understand that there's always divine timing. So we may think that we want our manifestation 2 weeks from today, right? But spirit knows that your human's going to get it regardless. Like, it's already written with spirit. It's already contracted. You contracted this before you came into this human body, before you were in the womb of your grandmother. That's how deep this is. So all is well in your world, your energy, everything is okay. So drop the worries. If you're feeling worried right now as you're receiving this message, there's nothing to be worried about. There's all things to be excited about. Your heart is enthusiastic. Your soul, at least, is enthusiastic. And the light is shining in good fortune. Now let's look at the stepping into the energy of prosperity. So if prosperity is a space where you're having new beginnings. So for those of you receiving this message, this collective message with the angel number 111, and we look at prosperity, how this new life card here, see how happy you are? This new life card is optimistic, right? So everything's optimistic right now. Things are available to you. There's a solution to everything, and they happen in surprising ways. Okay. Your dreams are being fulfilled. Projects are working out, potential, you're smiling. Okay. So look at the journey of smiling. Take a moment right now and just tune into that. You've made it. Like, it's here. That's it. That's all. You were putting yourself in the waiting room. You can walk out. Okay. There's nothing to wait for. There's everything to be in. You're right where you need to be in this space. As far as relationships, friendships, partnerships, work relations, everything is blooming here. There's excitement. There's new relations that you're connecting with. Maybe you're reviving old relationships. This is also a time where you're really seeing partnership. I'm telling you guys, with this is one of the biggest messages I wanted to share with you. If any of you are thinking and tuning into the space of I, right? So when you start a new beginning and you're tapping into, it's about I am having scarcity problems. I am having a divorce. I am having this. Where we shift our block and our energy into the 1-1 frequency is the we. We understand that all souls related and connected to that energy, that we are a collective representation of what the world has and that new beginning, right? So tuning into the relationships that you have are bursting with sweetness that is willing and wanting to be received. The abundance you're claiming is bursting of sweetness wanting to receive. It's at your door. FedEx already dropped it off, right? Get the door and pick it up. There's nothing to worry about. Stop thinking about when will this new beginning end. It's only a good time for so much time. This is you holding into the state of the new beginning. New beginnings are constant. So again, remembering, how can I be in a state of being with this new life, of presence with this new life? Whether I'm in the void right now, whether I am starting it out, whether the things are happening in the human level, that I need to take myself out of the waiting room, because that is a facade. That doesn't make sense. You have a very positive card here. I can't stress enough. You're so protected in your journey. There is no way that you are going to step out of that frequency. Okay, so take a breath, let go of the burdens, let go of the stress. Let's put a rainbow emoji down there. So it is. Let's claim that. Okay, 444. It's awakened. It's a realization. Woohoo, we're good. Okay. Sometimes we're so in like, oh my God, the next thing, right? Let's look at 23 here. 23. Freedom from attachment and radical experience. So, okay, what is it that was in your 9 moment, in your ending that just ended, right? What wasn't giving you peace, right? Was it a person? Was it your environment? What was it exactly? The 1-1 angel number, your new beginning has already started. You can never bring the past back. So what this angel number is really stepping into is understanding, I need to stop trying to bring the past and disturbing my peace. Your peace is here. Your awakening is here. Like, there's nothing to be waiting for. I always say that waiting is an empty solution and an empty promise to humanity. Period. Drop the mic. Waiting is an empty promise to humanity, because what happens is you can never be present if you're constantly checking and waiting or looking for the next thing in the future. You have no control of what's next. You have no control of the next minute after this video, the next moment that's going to happen. Whatever time it is, you have no control of what's going to happen in an hour, right? But sometimes when we've had such an experience where there hasn't been peace, or someone has told us that this is the life that we've given and we've chosen, I want you to hear this, we've chosen to believe that, we've chosen to make that a reality. We keep our energy in the frequency of 9. We feel like there's an ending. And what happens is we feel like we're not happy anymore, right? Move yourself out of that bubble. It's right there for you. Take a step forward and it's there. It's beautiful. It's stepping in that, okay? Yes, drop that mic, spirit mic, 100%. 100%. Drop the mic on that, right? So get yourself out of the waiting room. Healing is not a state. Your inner peace is here. You got the dove. You got the cosmic egg. Okay, what does cosmic egg mean in cards? Egg means the world card to me. It means the whole world is on your finger. It's like literally wrapped here for you, for me, and for everyone, right? I'm not doing this to pet your ego. It's just everyone has access to that, right? So it's a choice of saying, I'm welcoming this new life. I'm welcoming these new beginnings. I don't know what the F is going to happen next. But what I do know is I'm going to step into that frequency and I'm going to trust it 100. Because when I do that, oh, the magic, the rainbows, all the things are coming. There's so much depth of hope that's here. To the sea. Let's get to the sea. Water signs. If your water's in the city, if there's any water signs, let me know with a water emoji in the chat, in the comments, in the replay. Okay. Let's tune into this. Being in flow and returning to source, recognizing how pieces fit together and natural patterns of events. You're noticing that the pieces of what you were is the parts of you you are so grateful for. 100%. 100%. Right? There is no, I could have done this and I would have been here. There is no comparison of self or anyone outside of self. There is only this ultimate peace. Let's see what your ancestors have to say about this 111 angel number. I love how there's water signs. Joel, Natasha, Faith, hello. How are you guys doing? Spacey, hello. Okay, make sure you tap the screen. What's this card about? Let's see what's going on. 111, y'all. What is Spirit saying here? What is Spirit saying here? I love just laughing right now, honestly. Okay, we're gonna pull these cards. We got 4, frequency of 4. Okay, this 4 is representing 4 cards pulled out. This is telling me your ancestors are like about to drop some wisdom. When I get a 4 cards, it's wisdom. I'm gonna share the cards and I'm gonna share with you and show you guys. Snake, shed old skin. Stag, trust and thrive, y'all. All day I've been pulling cards on this, okay? Elder. So if you're saying your dad, goosebumps, my dad, 4, that's his number. So this is definitely for you. If you have masculine in the heavens and the other side, this is for you from them. This is from a masculine ancestor, male ancestor. Warrior, be fearless and stand strong. So the cards. Snake, shed old skin. Okay. If there is anything like that last pit of the snake, you know, when the snake is shedding skin, I don't know if any of you guys have seen that. And you know, when there's that last bit, and sometimes what we do is we hold on it just in case the new beginning doesn't succeed. Get your ego out. Sneaky like that. The ego can be so sneaky. The shadow can be so sneaky like that. Okay. So here is just saying, pull the last skin, pull the rest of the Band-Aid off. You're free. Okay. Free yourself from this space. Come into that new beginning. We got the stag. Stag says trust and thrive. How many times do I have to share this? Trust and thrive means you can't be, I kind of can trust you. There's no way Spirit's going to jive with that. Like, I'm about to give you eternity. I'm about to give you all of your new beginnings. How in the world can you kind of trust what's coming for you? You trust it or you don't. It's either or. So what is coming up here for you in this 111 frequency is you are learning a new depth of trust. It doesn't make any sense. People are going to question you maybe. People are going to judge you. Is that for you to hold? Absolutely not. If you want to, 100%, but then you are stepping out of your power, out of that warrior energy, which is be fearless and be strong. Look at this warrior, right? You got 2 masculine warriors right on left, right? They're saying be strong. That's in your blood. That is in your waters of your being. You've come many lifetimes. For those of you who've been warriors in a past life, this is definitely for you, right? And for those of you who have warrior elders, this is definitely for you. Move beyond the ancestral patterns, okay? So let's talk about scarcity. Ooh, touch of the topic. Let's think of one thing that you have had a scarcity mindset. Be truthful, put in the comments, replay, put in the comments here. What is the first thing that you know for sure, and it can be a couple things, that you were scarce about, right? It can be money, it can be relationship, it can be commitment, it can be food, It could be gas money. It could be crystals. It could be anything, right? What is that feeling that you are like holding on to and you're like, say it. And just, even if you're like, oh my gosh, someone's going to judge me, say it, because you're freeing yourself. You're opening something up for that 1-1 frequency to tap in, right? If you don't free it, there's no way. We got money, we got food, telling someone I love them, money and happiness, relationships, money, warrior, money. Money is a big one, career. So let's tap into that energy. Call back my power. So power, alignment, consistency, health, wealth. Ooh, these two go hand in hand, my dear. Love this. Money, commitment. So money is just, woo, my ears are singing. So 111 angel number is talking about snake shed old skin. Keep bringing in the comments of what's coming up for you. Shed old skin means that for you to thrive, you need to step into the fire of that scarcity, look at it dead in the eye, and tune into what is the desire. Your scarce perspective, your approach of tapping away from the 111 angel number, that collective essence that you are abundantly, it is written, right? But when we decide to choose to be scarce, we are deciding that we don't want to thrive. We are deciding that we are not going to be in a space of that abundance. Oh my God, there's a big message. Abundance, how you tap into that money of that 111 frequency of abundance is understanding that I shift from scarcity to opportunity, scarcity to service. I can tell you guys right now, when I started shifting, instead of being like, I want to make money as a space holder, as a healer, as a channeler of the collective, and I shifted to how can I be of service to my community? My whole life shifted. How can I be of service to myself? How can I be of service to my bank account? How can I be of service to my relationship? There is something that you don't want to be in service of. You rather have someone serve you. That's the scarcity. You're waiting for the service of spirit. You're waiting for the service of other people. So until then, the 111 frequency is exhausting and you're allergic to it. You don't even want to sniff it. You're scared of it. You're backing up to the back of the line. And it's like, hey, your order is here. The pizza is here. You're like, no, it's the neighbors. You're running away because you're like, no, I want you to do it for me. I want you to eat it for me, even though I'm hungry. Scarcity equals service. 111 is saying there's a new beginning of service that you need to tap into for yourself if you want the world to support you, because they're there. They're at the door. They're with you. The warriors are here. They're not leaving. Even if you say you're scarce, they're not leaving you. So you got to look into yourself and tune into, with money, for example, how are you not allowing money to serve you? How are you not servicing the energy of money? You know what you do? When money calls you for a bill, when money calls you to come and give you some money, what you do, you reject it. You don't answer the call. You don't answer the call. You're like, no, I'm going to miss you ghost money. You're like, no money. When your soulmate comes in and you're like, hey, let's go on a date. I'm busy. I got work. I don't want to put my service in this dating relationship, but I thought you said you wanted to thrive and be loved. I don't want to serve myself love. You see how deep this goes? I could go off on like 3 hours on this. This is what you have to look in. So you need to really tap in to welcome this 111 frequency, to welcome this new life, to welcome this inner peace. You have to tune into it. You can say, if you want, for example, I love money. That's BS. You don't love money. Because if you loved money, you would let money serve you. How do you feel when money comes up in all emotions? You have to look at it on a full spectrum. We're going to go deep. Can you connect with money if it's happy with you, when it's sad with you, when it shows you responsibility? Are you taking the responsibility of service to all that you want to receive? Service is the key, 100%. 100%. I'm so happy you guys are receiving this. You need this. This is going to change. This perspective shifts your life. If you go out tomorrow or today after this live, after this channel message, and you're like, I'm ready to be of service to money, and I know money is going to serve me. It's not just your service of money, because when you imbalance it, let's go into that with the angel number 101. If you serve money all the time, you're putting out your energy constantly. If you serve your partnership all the time, where is that coming from? Lack of worthiness. Or feeling like you need to because that was told of you to do this because of the story. Let's shift. Receiving. Eternal receiving. Okay, receiving money. Oh, that's too much. When someone gives you a gift, what do? Ooh, that's too much. I didn't give you that for your birthday. I can't receive that. I can't receive that. You're rejecting love and money. They're too connected. If you can't receive money, there is no way you're going to receive love from the love of your life, from your husband, from your parents, from your family. If you can't receive money, the same thing. If you can't receive love or trust love, you can't trust money. They are intertwined. They're literally weaved like feminine, masculine, weaving into the union. So when we start to say that money serves us as much as I serve money, we work together, we're a team, your whole life shifts. Your whole life shifts. I have a conversation with money. I say, hey, okay, this is my responsibility. I'm ready because I'm ready to hold that. I'm calling that in. I can't get mad if something comes up and I got to pay for it, because that's preparing me for when more things come up. You know, one of the biggest things I heard from a podcast, I forgot who it was. I'm forgetting the name. It's like right there. And they're saying that when they grew up, they always had this, hard life. It's kind of like, the entrepreneur life, grew up from rags to riches. We've all heard of that experience, right? We all have our own stories. Now, they had that experience of rags and riches. They lived in India. And when they lived in India, they had rats and cockroaches. And it was a very not a nice area. They ended up doing their coaching business. They expanded their business. Now they tap into healing and channeling. And you know what happened? The same way that they saw money of service, the same relationship didn't change when they had millions of dollars and so many assistants compared to struggling and having all-nighters. Energy is everything. And what this 111 frequency is saying, there's a new relationship with service to self. That's really the key. And if you are here asking, so when I get money, how do I get money? You're not in service to self. Your mind, your thought process is still not in the space where you're meeting money. Let me give you an example. I'm giving you guys all the examples to tap in. You go on a date, you don't show up, right? Or you don't answer the messages. That's the same thing with money too, right? You're like, why isn't the person showing up? Why is it? Why is this? They're not showing up sometimes because of our energy. There's something that we feel that's either rejecting or they're not in alignment. So this 111 frequency is telling you, when we go into this cards, I want to go back to the cards to give you guys a visual. Elder. The Elder card says, move beyond the ancestral patterns. What this is telling us, I have an ambulance. I don't know if you guys can hear, that's passing my home. Spirit's like, listen up. How did your elders serve with money? Service of money. Look at the ancestral patterning, the systematic suppression of your elders. Let's look at that, for example, right? That you need to tune into. You are a DNA you're literally made from your ancestors. So even though you're trying to live through this, you need to look at who created the DNA of that. Once you hit that level, then you tap into what in this life, how was I of service to myself? How did I reject service? How did I fear service? How did I love service? How was I sad about service? How was I angry about service? When you can tap into that essence, we're repatterning our whole DNA frequency beyond anything. And that is very powerful. And that's why I say healing I love meditations, guys. You know, I post them for you. I love doing them. I love doing lives, all the things. But to do real deep work, the real work that changes our life is connecting spirit, healing, energy, all elements. The same thing if you are someone who wants to be of service to people. I'm not talking just being a healer, light worker, or channeler. I trust and I believe the people who follow me here are those who help community. You can be the nurse, you can be the cashier at a store. You are a connection. You are helping someone every single day. Family, your kids, right? So you have opportunity to strengthen your relationship of self-service and service outside of you. And your whole relations will be a connection of showing you how much you trust the service that is given to you and received and how much you don't. And there's no way that we can completely reject that. I'm reading your messages as I'm channeling it. Sometimes when I channel, I'm just like totally in it. You guys know. Lineage, facing with my dad. Amazing. My debts. I think my bills because they are providing me a service. My debts afforded me something that I couldn't get at the moment. 100%. Yeah. 100%. And we also have to look at, is spirit not giving you the new beginning the way you want it? That's another thing too, right? I can go to the grocery store right now, and the grocery store, the universe can service me by giving me a sale on something. I just got $10. I just got $50. When I start doing those small ways of connecting with that 1-1 frequency, the 8-8 frequency, those numbers, because one connects to all of them. So if you're seeing this connection of 1-1-1, it connects to all the ripples because you need one number first for the next. It's the first step of a new beginning. So I feel like this is such a deep, potent space, but what you can really go into is tuning into shedding the old skin that fears that you're going to be alone, that fears that the new beginning won't establish, that fears that you won't thrive. Like all that is not relatable right now. Now, for those of you who are meeting that one, maybe you haven't hit the 1-1-1 yet, or the frequency collectively. This is where you have a realization right now and you have a choice. You have a choice to continue to cower yourself and wait for someone to save you, to blame systems, ancestral occurrences, stories, patterning, past relationships, or to take responsibility of where you're at and be proactive with it. You know, the biggest, simplest quote, and you guys probably seen this around, is that healing anything that's happened to you, trauma, pain, ancestral patterns, your DNA, all those things, is not your fault what happened, right? But when you meet healing is understanding it is my responsibility to choose where I go from here. So when you're presented with all these messages and angel numbers supporting you, ask yourself, where can I tune into the energy of I'm here, I'm receiving, and I'm welcoming the great mystery of service. I am receiving the great mystery of thriving and what that is. Because at the end of the day, you, me, all of us, we really don't know what that looks like. But what we do know is what it feels like. And when we can reprogram the feeling of what it is in our body and step into that divinity, into that essence, your whole being can be recoded. Recoded. So now you have a choice of asking yourself, where do I go from here? Let's see what the cards say. Let's see what else we have for the 1-1-1. Let me know what's hitting for you. I know that was a really long one. Our soulmates real, 100%. They are real. I'm live on YouTube and also TikTok for those who can't see that message. Okay, so breathing. For those who are here, tap the screen on TikTok, YouTube. Like the video, put your energy in the space. It makes a difference for you. Let's see. Oop. One-on-one. I got this card this morning when I did the reading, a morning reading with you guys. So let's see. When my eyes go like that, you know there's something deep. Pain, trauma, those that died and passed on. You got to choose to let that go and move through it. You got to choose to do it. That is your responsibility to move through the pain. That is your responsibility to step into the trauma. You can either live with it on your back or you can drop it and free yourself. That's up to you, right? Okay, let's get some cards in, guys. We have Unfinished Symphony. I'll go over each card and go over the channel message of each one. I just want to show you we have 3. We're still in the frequency of 3. Chaos and conflict and community. Okay. So let's get into how this relates deeper and what is here. What's another message we have from Spirit for the 111 frequency? There will always be things to heal. There will always be things to work on. Does that mean I need to wait so I'm perfect to start those journeys? Absolutely not. And that is something that maybe we need to recode. So what this 111 angel number is saying, we have 10, right? And this is a very special number, especially with this reading, because 1 is new beginnings and 0 is it's the infinity of nothingness, right? So what it's saying is that you need to stop counting and making a list. And this is so deep with the energy right now as I'm channeling and why I'm messaging this and I'm sharing this with you guys, is that when we look at the unfinished symphony, when we look at life and the journey, it doesn't stop. Right? How many times do you make a list of things to do and at the end of the day you're like, I still have things to do. Put a fire emoji in the comments, replay, put the fire emoji. How many times you're like looking at your list, you have things to do in your personal life, at work, and you're like, we still have things to do. That will always happen. That will constantly happen, right? But what happens is when we keep telling ourselves there's more and there's more and there's more and there's more, what you're coding yourself is, I can't do this new beginning. I can't welcome this message and thriving, this peace, this new life, because it's not, I don't have the perfect situation right now, right? Nothing's perfect. Absolutely nothing. And if that's a part of you, if you have some Virgo placements or maybe you're a perfectionist, this is a deep soul lesson that maybe your life will continuously go back to, even at the new beginning when things are great, right? So here it's telling you that there's some unfinished business that will be met through your new beginning to help strengthen what you can hold. But that doesn't mean that you can't move forward with things. So this new beginning is a new chapter to many lives that you've created, right? Like I said, we can't take the past back, but what we can do is we're sitting, and I want to pull this card again. We have an egg again, cosmic egg. So this is telling me about manifestations. It's telling me about life. The cosmic egg is also telling us here that the egg is on the unfinished symphony, right? So you're creating on the basis of knowing that there's not everything's going to be perfect. Not everything is going to be healed. Healing is not a state. So if you were to throw out what you're waiting for to be completed and say, what do you want to do right now? What is the new beginning that your intuition knows you need to do? Type it in the comments right now. What is the new beginning that is calling you, that you've been receiving, that the dream is telling you, your guides are telling you, your higher self, your future self, they're saying, hey, we got to do this. And that part of you that doubts it, that part of you that is fearful of that, type that down. Type it. It's cloudy. That's okay. Independence. Making a book and getting on TikTok and Twitch. Right, creating a song. We love that. Leaving my partner. Leave my job and wait for instructions. Not wait. Leave my job and surrender to instructions. Starting a second business. Career in health and wellness. Terrified. Owning my divine car. Love it. Gotta go back to creation service, gives dual healing, music, art, and book. Quit my job, getting in this mortgage, creative partnerships. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. You're allowing yourself to put it out there with this 111 frequency when you're tapping here. Those in the replay, put it in the comments. Unfinished symphony is really tuning into that you've created a seed and an idea, right? When you put something in the ground to grow, this is a very beautiful ancient wisdom. I believe an elder told me this. Do you know if this plant is going to give you a full harvest? No. It might not grow. It might not sprout. But what do? You start it anyways. So all the things you're saying here, you don't know if it will harvest into what you want it to be. But when you're deciding to say that I want to do these things, but I'm waiting to see and to know for sure that I'm going to get the pumpkins, the zucchinis, the cucumbers in my garden, you are blocking, again, that new beginning for yourself. You're creative. You're a creative human. You came into this human experience on this earth to experience creation because you yourself is a creation of earth. You are a creation of divine. You are universe. You not setting out that specific thing you're scared of, the blog, the healing, the trauma, the cleaning up, the inner child healing, the nurturing, all those things, is you rejecting being part and connected to the inside and the collective. You rejecting to be part of yourself. Your soul came here to do something specific, to start that business, to create, to write a song and play and to have music and to have fun, to crochet, to do a crochet business. That's amazing. To quit your job, to free yourself. There's a part of, I just saw it in my book. I don't know. I memorized it from this morning. Oh, I can't even speak. This morning, whenever I channel quickly, my brain's like, blah, I'm human. Oh yeah, I need to speak. It's not light language, Shika. So Wisdom of the Oracle, there was a card that came up this morning when I did a little live for you guys on TikTok. And the card that came up, and I'm going to I can see it right now. I'm reading it. I'm going through the book. And what it said is that you not stepping into your new beginning, trusting and thriving, stepping into the unknown, and really supporting and unleashing your power into everything you just wrote, that you just claimed, because it's true now to yourself. It was already true without you typing it, right? Is you enslaving yourself instead of bringing yourself in the new beginning. You are putting yourself in a box and you're seeing outside this window what can happen. So you have to ask yourself, are you going to, with the 3-3 number here, call in chaos and conflict to self-sabotage what you already know you need to do? Or are you going to follow the intuition of this 111 frequency and step into creating the cosmic, step into the creation? Because what if you were to do that and there's a better possibility that you don't know at all? What if you were to do that and there's a purpose and there's a dharma and there's a meaning of life that you came here to experience and you are preventing the evolution of your soul to experience that here? Right? What if that is happening to you, right? Traveling around the world, taking that process, putting it in action, but also not forcing it either, being in alignment, not seeking it outside of ourselves. Community. Every single one of you that is watching this right now has a part to play to the collective, to your ancestors, to those ones after, and to yourself. And when you are writing down all the things you want to do, whatever that is understanding that 8 number that is on here is abundance. You have an abundance of support in the unseen, but you also have to welcome the abundance of support and connections in the seen. I feel a lot of people talk about, channeling messages and spiritual connection and all of that, but we forget the human layer, which is the 3D. And that's the biggest thing that I see as a medicine woman and as a medicine carrier, as a person that works a lot with the unseen, is we forget this plane. But we have to remember all the work that we're doing is to be in this plane and put it into action, to live it, to embody it. If you're just doing the healing, you're doing the meditations, you're doing the full moon ceremonies, and Spirit's telling you to do these things, they're giving you the signs, right? But then you're not going in and creating that community within self and embodying it and starting the cosmic egg, starting the new beginning that this 111 frequency is giving you. You're rejecting the support to create something deeper. I had a vision of a ceremony the other day, and at the end of the ceremony, I was like, I don't even know how the heck I'm going to be doing this. I don't even know how I'm going to be able to complete this dream. Mind you, 2 months later, I get an opportunity, 2 of them, that attracts in my field, and I'm like, what is happening? I was too busy rejecting it at the moment. I was like, you know what? What if it does happen? What if something better happens? What if I start that? I don't know how I'm going to start. It's a new project. I have no idea where we're going to do this, but we're going to try. All these people started to come in my field. A person here, another person here, someone I met through them, connected, had a same vision. I started to be open to receive the help. I started to see myself in other people and got myself out of isolation of my dream. You can't make a dream in isolation. There's no way. And with this community card, it means that you're isolating yourself for a reason. When we start to step into the angel number of 111, it's the new version of ourselves. As I'm channeling this, and for some of you, maybe you've experienced a dark night of the soul, maybe you're currently in one, and at the end, maybe you've had a spiritual awakening, and it felt like you had to go on your knees and surrender to all of it because you didn't know what in the world was happening next. If you know what I'm talking about, put a black heart emoji in the comments, replay same thing, right? Whatever that is, we've all had that experience, and not one is higher than the other. It wasn't until we were on our knees trusting into that space and we had nothing else to do. It kind of reminds me of like when I was having all these health issues and I was like, I'm done with Western medicine. I need to look for something else. It's not working for me. And this is what brought me to my path of what I'm doing today. I do feel like Western medicine has its place in some places, but a majority of it is masking. It's a Band-Aid. Anyways, going back to the point. When I started to notice that I was in that space of that dark night of the soul, and I said, you know what? I'm going to surrender. I'm going to try the new things. Because right now, whatever is not working is not working. I decided that day to make a new beginning. When I was on my knees with no one that could resonate with what I was going through, and I was going through that pain, and this isn't a space to glorify victimism. Absolutely not. It's more of sharing. But when I was in that space, I said, you know what? What if I were to just surrender and do something new here? What if I were able to get myself out of isolation, get past the social anxiety, step out there, do something new? What if I was able to embrace the chaos and conflict, that everything is falling? We're having a tower moment. Everything that we thought was working is not working. We don't know anything. That's okay. But we're about to learn something here that is going to evolve my whole life and every single relation. What if I were to say that, hello, we've been doing the healing. We've been getting hit by thing after thing after thing. The 1-1 frequency is saying, hey, there's a new beginning knocking on your door. Let's see what the ancestors say. Pun intended. Tap the screen, TikTok and YouTube. Like this video. Let's pull some cards, put your energy in the space. Let's see what Spirit wants to talk about on that. Let's keep liking. That's okay. Okay. We got 3 cards. Anyone work with crow or raven medicine? If you do, put a crow or a bird or a raven in the chat. this is for you. Specifically, tune the ears up. Anyone who's a water sign or connects with their water sign in their chart, listen to you. Anyone who connects with sage and the medicine and spirit of sage, tune up the ears. This is specifically for you. We have sage, be devoted and committed. Autumn, release the old and rest. Water, guardian, connect with your emotions. Okay. Let's start with sage. Look at this elder. He's just got wisdom upon wisdom. He's writing all this stuff with this beautiful peacock cursor. Like, he's not here to play. He's here to just love you in divine love and gentleness and divine masculine. And he's looking right at you. And he's about to give you insight. And what your ancestors and your unseen team is saying here is, we are devoted to being committed to you. And you need to be just as devoted to this new embarking that you're stepping into. No matter the resistance, no matter the uncertainty, no matter whatever it is. And maybe you're feeling excitement too. They're just smiling down at you and saying, hey, we got this. We got this, right? Have a blessed day too. So here it's talking to you with tuning into, are you devoted to what you're calling it, right? We have a lot of talkers. I like to call empty chat in this world, which means that there's so easy to get, lost in the chaos of the world, lost in the chatter of the world, that we start to create abundance and relationships and whatnot. And I can give you one thing right now. When I stopped comparing myself to other people, when I stopped listening to everyone beyond my own intuition, when I stopped asking people for advice on my problems more than I asked myself, my whole life got more peaceful. Don't forget the power you have. I'm going to keep saying this. Don't forget the power that we each have here. Sage is saying that you're devoted, you're committed, you're watching this video, you're here. Embody it, you're here, you're making it. Give yourself that just, credit. Raven, crow medicine, Anna, release what's old and rest. A lot of the times we think starting a new beginning means making a list. That's not what it means. To manifest the new beginnings you're creating, to embody the new beginnings you're creating, sometimes it means sitting down. You know how many times I go and I take a day and I don't do anything related to service? I serve myself. I see service show up on the other end, right? So again, releasing the old and resting. Ask yourself, is there anything that needs to be just resting right now? Growing up in this ancestral pattern of those who walked before us believed that it was what you were doing is what succeeded to showing how committed and devoted you are, right? How many of you have parents that do that? Put the 100 emoji in the comments, replay, do the same, right? Tap the screen. How many times have you had your family, your parents, your ancestors say, hey, you got to do this, you got to go to school, you got to do that, all those stuff. There is benefit in the masculine, 100% in structure. But let me tell you, there is a broken system of the past that is evolving every generation to come. So what do? We receive what our ancestors did and we tweak it to a more conscious, aligned way. So you got to say, how was your ancestors committed and devoted? Now, how do I take that as a lesson and shift it to my energy that aligns with me? Now, if we avoid our ancestors, there's no way that we can learn that or do ancestral healing. You hear people that don't talk to their parents and their family forever. Well, guess what? What happens? You end up isolating yourself and being completely disconnected to the deepest wisdom in this earth plane. The family you chose on a human level, even if they've been the most painful, most traumatic experience, you still devoted to your life. You're still here. You're still alive. I heard a podcast the other day and they said, we forget to give our parents credit that we're alive here. We're breathing. They had a lot of traumas. I'm not doing this as a way of victimizing, but it's like they got their stuff too. We have our stuff. So get your ego out of the way and think that because I did this, it's about me. It's about we connecting. Starts with us, of course, but it's about we. 2/11/11. Thanks for reminding me. I'm just like, I need to wrap up. I totally forgot the time, guys. It's almost an hour and I have to get off soon because I have a call. So the next card we have is Water Guardian. Connect with your emotions. Connect with your emotions. Connect with the emotion around commitment and devotion to the new beginning you're creating. You guys shared so many beautiful things. Let me scroll back up. We talked about quitting my job. We talked about, being accepted to a job and program, nurturing yourself, intuition, inner child cleaning up, showing up for serving community, traumas, money, leaving spouse, partnership, paying off debt. You decided you wanted to do all these things, right? 111 right there. Receive that. So it is. So if you're doing that, the next step that you need to do is these are the most important things you need to do. Number 1, step into the space of service. You want those things, start being a service in those energy for yourself as much as you are to the world. Thank you so much for the love. As much as you are to this world. When you start doing this, the whole world will be your oyster. The second thing to look at, ask yourself how committed and devoted are you to your own self and your devotion of what your soul came to do. When we get lost in the addiction of healing, in the endings, in the grief, in the pain, in the trauma, we get swallowed into that space, we feel imbalanced. And we forget what ignites our soul. So again, release that. One last time, there's one little piece of the skins of the snake that needs to be shed. That part of the skin, that last bit's the part you're scared of. Fear is just desire that you need to tune into. Remember, every time you're scared of something, there is a desire behind that you need to discover within yourself. Obviously, our ego will bring us fear when we know that it's not aligned to protect us, and we can tune into that. But a lot of the times, majority of the times from a lot of beings, that fear tends to be tapping into the energy of there is a desire that I am either discrediting, bypassing, or unaware of. And I've never explored this desire. I've never explored this pleasure before. And I'm scared to receive it. I don't even know how to get started. Right? So let's pull some cards to finish this live. And then I'm going to jump off. Again, if you feel really resonant with this, highly suggest you looking into, if you feel like you're ready to devote on new beginnings, the retreat spaces and apply to the retreats, the Earth Dharma, if you feel like you are someone who's ready to help devote to your journey of service to the world and yourself. It's a full body yes. It can't be a kind of maybe. It has to be a full body yes, even if it doesn't make sense. Apply. Applications are closing soon. And then one-on-ones. I have a few that are left right now. Well, thank you so much for the love. Okay, so just tapping the screen, like the video, all the things. I'm so happy this card came out because this is one of the last cards of this deck. And 1111, welcome that. So it is new beginnings. So much has been awakened. So much healing has been taken here, guys. Like, take everything you've received here and ask yourself, how can I apply it? Look for the angel number 1s and 3s, okay? This is what's going to support you and help you even deeper. Again, support you deeper into what you need to do. Okay. This is a 2 cards, take action. Okay. We have 50. This is one of the third. Oh my gosh. This is the third last card of my deck. In my numbers, this is the third one. There's I think 53 cards in this deck. We have 50. Okay. Yang. 1. Can we if you didn't believe what Spirit's been telling you, can you just see this reading and just say that, like, Divine is fully in this portal. What more convincing do you need? It's kind of hilarious at this point, right? So 50 is, there's no place like home. This new beginning is coming full circle to the beginning of this reading, is bringing you a new life that you are going to come at home. If that's to separate from your partner, that's a part of you that is going to be hidden for your whole marriage and your relationship. For those of you who said that. For those of you who want to create a song, that's a part of you that is wanting to sing and open up and come home. If it's you being service and helping community, that's a part of you that is going to wonder and watch the pain of the collective continuously and be a bear witness of history repeating. If you are the person who's no place like home, that's a part of you that wants the abundance, but doesn't want to be best friends with money. You're saying you want to, but how are you receiving and also being of service of money? Right? We got to align those 50-50. Oh my God, numbers. They're literally screaming at this whole live, right? Full goosebumps. Come home to your soul. Inner peace is here for you. 111 is saying there's a new beginning. It happens in threes with this channel message, which means there are three things. Maybe you've already got the first, the second, and the third sign already. Now it's like take those messages and act on it. Yang, masculine. One new beginnings. Start acting in this new frequency. Don't wait. That's it. You have everything that's given to you. Wait for spirit to respond. It's getting to the point, even me, I show up when spirit's like, hey, show up. Do I question spirit and be like, why do they need a live right now? Why do I need to be of service to community? I don't know. Like, I don't feel confident. Who will even watch this video? If I did that, I would not be here. I would not be helping. I would not be teaching souls how to hold space. There is no way that you would be able to do that if you didn't act, right? So we can either be a victim to the new beginnings that we see outside of the gate and be imprisoned by the old past and like what is shedded already and what is continuing to shed and is going to happen. You can't control it. Or you can be like, hello, let me unlock the golden keys right here. Archangel Michael's giving you the golden keys. Like, unlock it. Come on, get out. No, I haven't done everything yet. Let me just stay in this darkness and just go through struggle and pain and trauma and just do all the things. Okay, cool. We'll just chill here while you do that and witness. I don't know. Start living. Start live the living, right? Don't start just watching and witnessing. Okay, this is for you. It's a very strong message. I can't stress enough how deep this messages were. We had so many frequent angel numbers. Again, if you want to explore angel numbers in numerology, I have a whole playlist with a lot. I think like over 100 videos on my YouTube channel that you guys can check out. And again, if you want to go deeper, you can check out TikTok, my Instagram, and I have a whole bunch of offerings to support you. You got one-on-one, you got medicine retreats, you got how to learn how to be a healer Earth Dharma training program. It's all there. What are you going to do? It's up to you. I'll just be here chilling. I'll just be here. I'll be doing the thing. I'll be in service. I'll show up on day 1, 2. I showed up when there's one person. I'm going to show up when there's 50, 100, 1,000. That's devotion. That's commitment. If you aren't going to be at that space where you're waiting to hit the fame and the ego and the recognition and that inner child version of you that wants to be celebrated for the new beginnings and be rewarded, reward yourself. Be of service for yourself. When you start there, so much is opened up. So much. So the 111 frequency is like, welcome that new beginning into your heart, devote to it, and so it shall be yours 100%. Wake up and say, how can I be of the highest service to spirit? How can I be the highest service to myself? How can I be the highest service to all beings? I am a literally a piece of the puzzle to all on earth and beyond. When I start to look at life like that, when I feel off track, I tell myself these things and things just shift. It's not going to be 100% all the time, but you're here, you're receiving it. You've made it to the end of this reading. You've made it to the end of this collective message. You've done it. Run with all the wisdom here. And I truly pray, I truly hope for the best for you, because that's my deepest unconditionally love for that, but you got to want it too. right? I can be your biggest cheerleader, but you got to want it too. So lean into the resistance of leaving the old and stepping into the new. Trust in everything. Do what you got to do. You know what you got to do. You know what you got to do. Okay. So that's the reading. I'm going to leave it at that. It's 2:21 once again as I'm recording this. If you are watching the replay, let me know what resonated with you. If you're not and you're here live with me here, I'm so grateful for you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for showing up for you and being a healing and an extension for this energy and frequency of the earth to lift. It's amazing. Makes me happy. And let me know what hit for you. Let me know. Don't forget to like, subscribe, send this to friends, send this to community, do the things. And I will see you so soon. You know I love you so much. I know that I do love you so much if you didn't know that. And I will see you guys in the next one. Okay? Love you lots. Mwah.